Good morning, friends. Today is Friday, October 23rd, our last lesson in percents, and we're going to look at some navigation between fractions, decimals, and percent. The problems we've been going over this week, sometimes you won't be given a percent. Sometimes you may be given a fraction. Sometimes you may be given a decimal, and you need to be able to seamlessly transition between those. Okay, so your learning target for today is I can transition between fractions, decimals, and percent. So go ahead and write those things down in your notebook. Okay, and you can just put this as a heading in your notebook, writing decimals as percents. You're going to multiply the decimal by 100. And I've given you an example there, 0.2. 0.2 times 100 gives you 20%. Now, feel free to pause the video while you write this down. Next, we're going to write percents as decimals, okay? In order to get a percent, we multiplied by 100. So in order to get a decimal, doesn't it make sense that we would divide by 100? So we're going to divide the percent by 100. For example, 20%. 20 divided by 100 is 0.2 or 2/10, which is equivalent to 20 over 100. Next, we're going to be transitioning between fractions and decimals. To change a fraction to a decimal, we simply divide the numerator by the denominator. For example, 3/4. 3 divided by 4 is 0.75. In order to go from a decimal to a fraction, you use place value to write the decimal and then simplify. For example, 0.75 is 75 hundredths or 75 over 100. Okay, and we can simplify that to 3/4. Again, feel free to pause the video while you get this written down in your notebooks. Writing fractions as percents, we change the fraction to a decimal and then multiply by 100. So we've got a chain of events going on here this time. 4/5 is 4 divided by 5 equals 0.8. 0.8 times 100 is 80%. And percents as fractions, write the percent as a fraction over 100 and then simplify. So 80% would be 80 over 100, and we could simplify that to 4/5. And that's all.